Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back for part 2 of the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 5. I've worked a little bit more on, doing the homework of this, but I thought I'd better turn on the video. I was busy stitching this while I was chatting with Corinne, and I'll just show you what I ended up doing with. I had these. I ended up picking out that from there because I thought I needed 5, and Corinne suggested, why don't you do a little honeycomb with some bees in there, which I was going to stitch actual bees, but I got lazy. I remembered that I had this beautiful fabric from Tilda and I had all little bees and stuff over it. I'm going to probably utilize some of this in the Botanical Beauties as well. I was originally going to put that there somewhere too, but I don't know, might end up putting that in with the Botanical Beauties. Yeah, but it just gives, it blends in that pop of colour because I really wanted to use that. So, okay, I'll zoom it in a tad and proceed to sit and stitch. So I thought I'll do a bit of stitching in the background because you don't want to be watching me do, a whole heap of stitching. Now I grabbed, must have put the pin back, maybe, there it is, I think, yes. So what it's looking like so far is it's going to be like this. So I like that you can see that, and it's like that. So you sort of just might fold that over a little more, maybe iron or whatever, and have that come in here. So you just see the top of that. That's why I stitched that down. And I'm going to put the button here. And I was thinking of maybe just doing a clasp. I was going to do like a whole wrap around thing, but I thought if I just put something here, like a little loop, that will close that. So I'll come back after I see what the girls do to close it. I may like to, I don't know, they might do some of the edgingy stuff. So I could probably fold that over. That can be part of the edging. Yeah. So it is looking rather cute. So I've stitched that down. Added a, like this sort of like a, corner edge. So I put, just got a little, your little bits and pieces that are laying around, and that seemed to work there. And I even got my little SE. I had a bundle of little ones, and that was a little bit on the dirty side, which normally you'd get rid of, but it matches the creams because of there, it's sort of white. So I thought I'll tuck that in under there, and then I might do, where are we, where's that little pin, here we go, a little bit more stitching. I've got some really nice buttons. I'm going to put this button there, that button there, that one there, and then that one there. So sort of a couple of mother of pearls, which I thought, see, it's got that peachy colour which matches that, I think looks better. And then these are sort of like this Bakelite 1950s. They're just gorgeous. So yeah, I might even stitch it with this colour to blend that in. Even though this will sort of, like, it's a greeny background here, but when you put it with the other stuff it sort of looks bluey, but I knew that that dark green on there, I mean, because bees aren't that colour, but that's was obviously in that Tilda range. That's the colour that they chose because they have different colours of the same print. I not as particularly like the one with the, the green background, but then my bees were a bit of a funny colour, but it actually works really well with this. So okay, see, I was that would have worked really nicely, but I really wanted to have that piece in there, and probably because I'm going to use it like a little clutch or something like that. That has a bit more meaning. Finally got it into a piece. Okay, put these down. I might start it off here underneath, and then I'm going to go around. Yo-yos are brilliant for decorating. Need this, so I'll catch that on that side. Tuck that in, and then I just got to stitch the other side. There we go. So how are we all going? I've been seeing all around YouTube and on our Facebook page some of these clutches, and a lot of beautiful pansies, I might add, on our Stitched Vintage Facebook page. If you haven't heard of Stitched Vintage Treasures, that's Corinne and myself. We've done a Facebook page. The link is in the description below. It's always there. So if you want to go there, you just got to answer a couple of quick questions. It's just how you do it, and then the admin will approve you. Tia from Calm Creations is admin as well, so she's sort of helping us do bits and pieces. So it's me, Corinne, and Tia that are sort of like monitoring it, and but it's so you can show your bits and pieces. And in order to launch our Facebook page, we did Botanical Beauties, which is why there's all these pansies on the Facebook page when you go in there and you see them. And well, if you haven't heard of that, just go, if you look through my videos, you'll see launch a Facebook page, and Botanical Beauties, which is a project that Karen and I come up with to launch our page, where you do a botanical flower. We pick one a month, and the January prompt is pansies. So I picked January, and Corinne will be doing February. So I'm probably going to be doing a bit of filming ahead of time, because my March is absolutely full, and I'm really going to need to get ahead of the game and do a lot of the March videos ahead of time. So I probably will do, be ahead with my calendar, and the Botanical Beauties. See, that was one of the reasons why we got a Facebook page, because people have been wanting to, they've done vintage sewing and stitched the seasons and all that kind of stuff that Corinne and I put on, and they wanted somewhere to show the pieces, we wanted somewhere that they could show us their work, and a nice community of people. And the ladies we got so far have been lovely, and it's really nice seeing everyone's work, and able to see some of the work that they've done over the years on our channels. Okay, now it's quite hard trying to get grip. Quite a thick piece of batting, this. So, and then I sew that part in. But I wanted to get this yo-yo in, this one here, because it's got the sort of burgundy colour, but it's got this colour in it as well, which goes really well with that pink. So push that down and come up. And then we'll come in here and stitch this, so we'll catch that. There we go. So there you go. So that's what that's about. If you are wanting to know about the Facebook page and why there's all these pansies on there. So I'm doing a getting, you know, collection of bits and pieces. Well, the pansy one I stitched, as in no, painted, and the Corinne's done that as well. So, and then what else did I do? I've got a whole heap of different fabrics that I've some I'm just gonna, you know, like just say daisy, like there's a daisy, I've got a fabric with daisy on it, and I'm going to do thread painting on that one, and I think I've probably got about 3 or 4 pieces I might do that way. And then there's embroideries, like I've got a, you know, half finished doily, or there's an embroidery on a doily that I might continue on. So there's a few different ways I'm going to be doing it. It's not just going to be all painting. It's just going to be quite an artistic way of doing it. Mine's very different to what Corinne's is, and which is what I want. You know, we want it to be a little bit different to give you both, you know, to give you ideas of what you can do. So even like the way Corinne's planning on doing the calendar, I mean, I'm privy to what she's doing. There's some really good ideas coming up. It's different, and that's what I want. I want people, they don't have to put it on the rolling pins. You know, they can make it into a journal, or they can change it and make it into something else, or just pick one month and really embellish that, or, you know, like that's it, or make a calendar. So it's up to you how you do it. There's no set rules of how you do anything, and the same with the Botanical Beauties, and I'm sure, you know, Stitch the Season as well. So right, stitch this off, and I might just use this bit to finish sewing this part down, so it's just sitting down. So once you get the buttons in there, it'll really help it to sort of, you know, sit down a little bit. So I'm just going to do just a very basic little cord onto something. There we go. Little stitch just to hold it down so it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. Oop, hopefully, see, I'm always bringing the work forward. I love what Corinne's done on her piece. She's it's gorgeous. You've already seen it. She's using a French fabric, and I thought, well, I've got some French fabric, but I got a lot more, and that's why I wanted to use my English fabrics. Make it a special piece, because the base was where I got that in England anyway. Oh, come on, I need to get that bit that's sticking up sitting down. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? I really wanted to do something, you know, like nice embellishment on there. Like I showed you where the buttons are going to go, none too exciting, I'll do that later, but so you've got the drift of what's happening. You know how to sew buttons on, you don't need me to show you that, but that's what it's going to look like. Do you love these buttons? And because they got a bit of it, like they're sort of Bakelite, they got a bit of a yellow glow about them. I could probably do it that way because it sort of matches that, but kind of like it that way, blends in. So now these colours here, I think they are, leave my glasses and my Muna one bits and pieces. I need some greys. Ooh. Saw something in that. That would be nice. Even that. So some yellows. I think I may have some yellows and bits and pieces here. I've still got the pocket to put in yet, so we do have quite the, no, that's a yellowy green. I do got to have the yellows, but I just want to make sure that it's, don't want it to be too thick. This is a bit of a thinner colour, maybe in the lighter ones. And this is a variegated as well. Seem to be doing the variegated thing here. Wonder if that's better. Bit of both. Too bright. Don't mind that. Okay. Maybe some creams. Let me look. Got these. Actually, rather than pulling it towards me, I might flip it around and put it up a little higher. Can you still see? Yep, good. Yeah, see, it lends itself to, you know, this sort of colour. And then maybe do a little bit of, and see, it's got this tiny little bit of red. So yeah, I might work on that. And then it's got this really light, see that colour in there. So I'm going to come through, grab this. Things going overboard. Okay. So I need my needle that I was using last time. Sort of got a bigger hole. Yeah, that's the one. Because we're doing some French knots. Now, that is there, and that's going to be going there. So I could probably get away with pulling it through because you're not going to see. I'm just thinking if I can have that there. Yep. So I'm going to, because like with the other part that I did, you'll know what I mean. Yep. I sort of just did it on the side so that you wouldn't see it, but I can probably pull it through here. Okay. What part is it started on? This part here. So just going to get, probably could give it a bit of a yank, but doesn't really matter. I'm going to do I'm embellishing. So much easier doing the French knots this way. Well, colonial knots. And because it's variegated, once it starts coming into the darker colour, or in, you know, the greeny colour, I can skip over to the other side because that's the colour that I'll be using. But for now, it's a bit of a lightish colour. Nice. Up here. There we go. That's why I don't mind doing this machine sewing, because then you can get to doing the fun part, which is this. I'll do it. There's one that's a little higher. Go up there. I like doing colonial knot because it's just a tad bigger. Okay. What I might do, I might get one more knot, and then I'm going to go through, because I can see that the green is coming up, which is that part there. So by the time I pull it through, and start, it'll be that green colour. This is how you use your variegated threads in a different way. See? And you wouldn't even know that it was the same one, the same thread. Much better use of doing it than having to change threads all the time. I may get 4 out of it. And then I'll come back there. When it comes back to the green, I'll come back in. So I'll go underneath that, because we've got a lighter colour again. So I'll go back over. So, love the look that French knots give. Well, colonial knot. Goes out here a little bit. It's such a thick piece. Gives it a bit of texture as well, actually. So I go along the outside, and then this green's coming back up again. So I'll just wait until it comes back up. Do a few more stitches. Yep. Can need another one in there. Hopefully I'm not coming too close. None too exciting you watching me do this. Okay, now I'll keep going around, I think. Yeah, we're getting close. I've probably got about 2 more in that green, the lighter bluey colour, or the darky bluey colour, and then the greens come back again. Yep, here we go. Yep. just managed to get it. Okay, we're going to go back up here, do some more of these greens. Looks like you can only really get three greens, because I got a sort of like a bluey colour in the other one. Have to come back. Okay, oop. Sorry, it's coming out. Okay, so we'll come back on the top there because it's a bluey colour, and I might leave some space in there for that green, even if I have to come back with some more just of that colour. I'll do another little one here. Okay. It's either French knots or seed stitch. So once I've got this lot done, I might come in and do a different stitch so it's not so boring for you guys. Okay, finish that off. Really love the texture it's giving it, and then I'll keep that center in that green, and I'm going to come across here because there's another couple of little spots of that bluey colour. Okay, here, just here. I've probably got enough to do 2 of them. 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, I think it might be 3. There we go. You like me, you push the boundaries with your threads, and then probably one. You know what? I'm just going to do one little one in there, and by little one I mean just a French knot. One French knot makes it very small, and looks like there might be one just here, a little teeny tiny French knot. Okay, round, down. Okay, done. Not so small, I think it's gone all the way through. Bugger it. Ah, yes, it has. Yeah, that's the only trouble when you have a French knot. So I might have to go and do a colonial knot, or just finish this off, which I usually do a knot coming down. It's a nice variegated thread, that. Sometimes they look really good on the thing, and yeah, when you go use them, they're just not what they seem. But that's how you can utilize your threads. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I really quite like that and how it's got that bit of red around there, and I want to go around the outside, which I might do with that, which will bring that in, and then rather than colouring in that, because I like that colour, I might use this darker one and just go and do a couple of like stripes. I'll show you. I might have to use a bigger needle for that one. Here we go, the old Chanel 22, because this seems like a bit of a thicker thread, this colour. So what we're going to do, sort of doing a little tiny bit of thread painting. I tend to give it a bit of a tug. So I'm just going to go, nothing too elaborate, and I might not even do satin stitch. I'll just do just a few stitches here and there, just to hold it down a little bit, give it a bit of colour. Just come out there, and you may not even get to see this through there, just that first knot. It's coming out there. That one a bit longer. So I'm going to do that on a bit of an angle when I come up here. Seems to be doing that. Okay. Okay. So it's sort of satin, but it's not really, because they're not perfectly close together. So I'll do that. Because it's such a thick thread as well, I'm going to go here. You don't really need to have it that close together, and it happens pretty fast. So pull that a little tighter. No. It must be this one. Aha. Need to pull this one. Because this, yeah, that wasn't pulling tight. There we go. Sitting a little bit loose. Okay. Yeah, I can see that little bit of that pinky colour, so I'll stick to that. And I like doing this because it's, you know, simple little straight stitch, nothing too dramatic, and start to, you know, curve around. I'll go out there a little bit. There's another piece there. Okay, go there. That one I'd be stitching on those little bits that have got, might have a long piece there, that red, because I want to do the red in that red, you know what I mean. Okay, now maybe a bit of a longer piece stitch, and we'll probably end up using all that, which is good. And a bit longer, shorter, another longer one here. I pull that up to pull it a bit tighter. There we go. And just like that, you got yourself a bit of texture, enhancing what you've got, and it's looking rather sweet. You don't need to do all of it. Right. One more stitch and then I'll finish it off at the back. There we go. Done. And then knot. Push it down. And then we go back through. Oh, it's come all the way out here. Not quite like that. We don't want it to come out. We want it to stick in. Might have to go back through again. Come out too far. There we go. It'll definitely stay in now. Okay. So I've got that, and then I might use a thinner needle again with the big eye. Yeah, that one. To do the backing stitch. Turn it around. It's looking pretty. So you can imagine once that's, you know, full of the French knots, and I might even just do, I've got this one which I'm going to fill in. I may fill it in, I don't know, I'll see what it looks like. I just want to enhance it, I don't want to take away from it. So what we're going to do here, need quite a big bit of this, even though it's fairly long, but when you're doing backing stitch and you're going all the way around, and in here I might just do some French knots holding that, maybe in a yellow, and maybe some stem stitch, some grass to hold that down, just little bits to embellish. Okay, so we'll start here. Now is it going to pull through? Sometimes you can get it to pull through, and other times you don't. Not so much with it when it's a blanket. If it was a the batting, you can pull it through a little bit more. Okay, we're going to go back down under that piece, and we are going to come through, and you don't need to go through to the back because the blanket is so thick. We're just going to do a back stitch all the way around, which sort of holds it down a little bit and emphasizes the flower. And because it's being done in that pinky colour, which blends into the background a little bit. Okay. No trouble when you've got fabric that blends. I mean, thread that blends, it's sort of hard to know. See, this, it hasn't got anything there, but I'm going to go around. So hopefully you're watching along and stitching on your own piece with me. Stitching with Suze. We'll see what time we've got. It's probably getting there. Don't have a sticky. Yeah, 39 minutes. Oh, good grief. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. Actually, I might go to here and show you what I wanted to do on that part there, because I've got to come back. and it will just add something sweet to it. Okay, now do I go all the way? I might just do a tiny little one and then, you know, a bigger stitch coming into that. While I'm here, actually, I might go here, through there, and stitch here. Where was that other one? I know there was another one in here somewhere. Oh well, we'll just create it. There, maybe there. There, I think I can see a tiny smidge of pink there. Here. Here. And there. And then we continue on there. So just tiny little highlights. Was there another one here? I think, yeah, there was one there. And it looks weird because it's broken, but I think that is how it's going to work. Okay, so we'll come up here, and then I'll come in here. Well, we can't exactly stitch underneath there, so I'm going to pull that, and then I'm going to come in and do a few little highlights here. And even though there's not one there, I'm going to do a little one just so we can come back. And then there's I might come in through here actually, a little one here, and then a bigger one there. Bigger one, do a small one there, and then a bigger one here. Looks like we've got something there. Do something there, and then come up through there. Actually, while I'm here, just going to stitch there, and see how that's sort of coming to life. Okay, well, I'll bring it up to the camera once I've come in through there and show you. Okay, yep. There we go. And I may come in, I think there's one here too. So there you go. I really like that. So you don't need to do a great deal, just highlights. And I could probably come in maybe with the white in between and in here. That one, is it white or is it, yeah, it's sort of like a creamy colour with a few little bits, and just keep the yellow as the yellow of the initial thing. I think that will work. Okay, so I'll be putting my buttons and bits and pieces on, and I'll catch you in the next video. Turn it around, it's mostly that way. Okay guys, thank you very much, and I will catch you later. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying doing your pieces. Bye.